All right, Russia is flexing its military muscle in America's backyard. Russian naval warships are touring very close to American waters in recent weeks. The move followed heightened tensions over the Russian conflict with Georgia, a strong U.S. ally, as President-elect Obama prepares to take over as Commander-in-Chief next month. Johanna Mendelsohn-Forman is a senior associate with the Center for Strategic and International Studies. She joins us now live. Good to see you. Are the Russian warships on our coastline because we parked the flagship of the Sixth Fleet on their coastline about 3 months ago? So this is, you play in our backyard, we're going to play in your backyard.
Well, I think that's part of the story, but there's also another part that's interesting as well. Clearly, the immediate act of sending the fleet in at the invitation of the Venezuelans to do naval exercises was certainly a quid pro quo for the offensive in Georgia, and Georgia wanting to become a NATO partner. But there's a deeper story, and the story has to do with the Russians taking an advantage of a period which they perceive as a neglect of the Americas.
The transition of two presidents.
Well, it's also not only a transition, but a long-standing feeling within the Americas by many of the countries of the region that the United States certainly was not a partner, but rather there was great tension, especially after the war in Iraq.
Other than Venezuela and Cuba, whom else?
Well, the Argentinians had taken that kind of a position where they felt that the United States were no longer a reliable partner, though in no way would it be comparable to what was going on in Venezuela or in Nicaragua, for example.
Does any of this have to do with Iran? I mean, Russia is trying to show its military might because there's been a lot of talk about either a U.S. or Israeli missile strike on the nuclear capabilities in Tehran, or suspected nuclear capability.
I don't think this has anything to do with that. I think the interesting thing that Medvedev did is he brought some ships into the hemisphere. There haven't been Russian ships on official visits since the Cuban Missile Crisis. The fact that they parked these ships, 90 miles from our shores recently in a military exercise demonstrates that we are in a very multipolar moment where many powers are wanting to come into the Americas.
Sure.
This in no way compromises U.S. military strength.
Well, the Defense Department and the State Department didn't say that they were worried. In fact, they kind of gave it the ho-hum, no big deal. We're out of time, but I want to say thanks, Johanna Mendelsohn-Forman. Thanks very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.